Welcome, Gemini. I pulled for you the Queen of Swords. This is describing your energy specifically regarding your approach, your perspective to all of your mundane affairs and communications. You have a decided, determined, and rational approach to all discussions, negotiations. You are viewing all communications and efforts towards actions as negotiations, something that can be agreed upon, discussed, arranged, and set up in a way that absolutely benefits you, but makes clear the terms of engagement with others. This is about your path moving forward, in particular during the full moon in Gemini, which is occurring on the 12th or the 15th of December. So welcome. I'm Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Gemini reading. This is a general reading. It may not be relevant to all of you. If you're interested, personal readings are in the description box below, where I'm featuring a half-off sale through the end of the year. So thank you for being here. And in the 10th house, your social identity, you have the Knight of Swords. This is particularly interesting as I see you in a position of power in some negotiation or terms of engagement or exchange with others. This indicates to me that as part of your community or employment professional effort, you are responsible for research, for holding discussions, for prizing out details of a new enterprise or a new direction you're moving into, you're curious about. Gathering that information, being more open to the ideas, the input of others, helps you stay curious without judgment or an agenda. Ultimately, this is about your own experience of discovery and exploration. And this is something, however, you do on behalf of the team, the organization, or the effort that you're working for. In the first house, we have the 10 of Pentacles, and so many of us are working towards an idea of legacy, and this is indicating, particularly in your first house, which is highlighted by this full moon energy, you are looking at the ways that how you've accumulated resources, gained skills, are gifted, and learned to actualize your gifts is something you realize can improve your overall collective effort by sharing with others. You're aware that you have been successful in improving upon yourself, the direction of your life, as informed by your acquisition of abundance on your own terms. And as a Gemini, that always has a lot to do with the way that you and others communicate, learn, have access to the resources necessary to build abundance together. So you are thinking about how what you do allows you to give back, to be generous, to model behavior that others are watching and are influenced by. This is indeed the card of an influencer. In the fourth house, the house of your history, your domestic environment, your home, family, the Four of Cups is describing a way in which you have learned to surround yourself by allies and opportunities that support you, that recognize you, that value you, that make you feel good about what you're doing. And this is important because you've learned that struggling, resisting, pushing against the wall, moving against the current has only cost you in the long run. And that learning how to move in the flow of your gifts and of your validating your emotional response to situations is what makes you relatable to others. This is not just about being vulnerable. This is about honoring the way you feel about situations, the emotions you have about events or efforts you're a part of, as a way of validating the correct direction, the appropriate direction for you and others to move in, the direction that's going to benefit you most. This, in some ways, helps you to move against this restlessness that is kind of built into your character, where you like to move, you like to communicate, you like to share, and the exchange of information is what gets you going and what you like to be engaged in. This helps you to realize there's a fuller impact to the actions and the communications that you mount. In the 7th house, the house of significant relationships, the 6 of Cups is talking about a connection to a specific relationship that may be renewed or refreshed or fostered by a significant partnership in your life. This can be, as I said, a business partner. This can be a former teacher or boss, a mentor, a mentee even. This can be a significant romantic other in your life who also shares your values regarding an effort that you want to build. What's most important about this relationship or opportunity at this time is the recapturing of a sense of joy, playfulness, creativity, your imagination, and this sort of supports the validation of emotions that you are beginning to value in your experience, the way in which you are evaluating and making choices regarding the best direction for you to go. You're opening up to your feelings more and capturing the joy and pleasure that is a part of the exercise of your gifts. And this is kind of reconnecting you to your heart space, to your purpose, your mission, the service that you ideally want to deliver in a way that not only gives you joy, but makes the world or your relationships or your effort a better fit for the betterment of others. In the 10th house, this is the way others see you, and we've already gone through that. If you're resonating with this reading, Gemini, please like this reading, please this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is very appreciated. And I pulled the Trust card. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And this is very much in alignment with the idea that you are using your emotional, the rich emotional, cultural, social language and skills that you've developed as a way of validating the best way forward. You who are, as an air sign, very much in your head, very much a believer in principles, values, and taking a rational approach, but you understand that when backed up by the experience of your feelings, your emotions, you can validate the direction, the effort that you're making in a way that ensures your safety, your creativity, your opportunities to be your fuller self and to support others in that same engagement. In the 1st house, the 10 of Pentacles is clarified by the Death card. Yeah, I'm almost getting a sense that you have received some kind of a legacy, some kind of an inheritance, some kind of a largesse. It can be from a family member. It can be as part of some kind of a cultural fund that is either personal, as in ancestral, or as part of a social program where you have been gifted, say a scholarship or a residency, some way in which you have taken something that you have been awarded or gifted and use that to promote the distribution and the access to gifts such as those that you have been in the privileged position of developing. So you understand that your path, it's not about a wealth of a financial wealth or prosperity. It's about a sense of privilege and opportunity and access that has given you the tools to develop yourself and your ideas that you believe are of value, not only to yourself, but to the social order, to the community, to the collective in some way. In the fourth house, the Four of Cups is clarified by the Six of Cups, and this is a repeat card for you. I love that these full moon readings are getting a lot of repeats, which is validating the real importance of your reconnection to the not only the power of your gift, the beauty, the joy, the abundance that you experience and tap into as a result of that gift or talent and the development of it. This is not about judging it or assigning it a role. This is about experiencing it and knowing that that experience, that gift has altered you, has changed you, has expanded you, has grown you, has stretched you, has challenged you in the best way possible. And this is indeed about a deeper reconnection with an opportunity or a specific relationship, a person who, whether they're living or past, who reconnects you to that feeling of joy, creativity, and participation in the abundance of the world, or certainly your world. The Six of Cups in the seventh house is clarified by the Eight of Swords. Here you are taking on a lot of responsibility for the best strategy moving forward. You are in a position of influence. You are in a position of pursuing a truth, some justice, some opportunity to distribute resources fairly. And as a result of that, you feel weighted down by, in some ways, the vast experience you've accumulated. This, in many ways, raises your anxiety level. As I mentioned, Gemini, you're already an air sign. You're already in your head. This willingness to more deeply value your feelings and emotions helps to counteract that and serve as a kind of bellwether for you. But there is so much that you've learned since you first identified your particular talent or gift that it is hard for you to relax, to understand how prepared you are for the opportunity you have, how clearly your life and your personal development have led you to the opportunity you're enjoying now, and to trust your intuition. Trust that the decisions you're making now, in many ways, you've made a long time ago. Allowing your intuition to speak through you, which allows you to not only think clearly, but to feel clearly, generously, is the way in which you are being validated for your preparedness for this opportunity, the right you have to take responsibility or to lead a particular exploration, research, or discovery that others look to you to guide. In the 10th house, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Page of Swords, and this, for me, oddly, is a card I like because I believe for someone who trades so deftly in communication, ideas, the ability to learn, to be open to the distribution of information, it is a sign of strength and wisdom to know when you don't know, to understand the limits of your knowledge, That is a power. And it also helps you to step back from the weight of this responsibility you've taken on or you're being looked to for, and reminding you that you only need to take one step at a time, and really noting and observing your environment, reviewing perhaps the goals, listening to the conversations and the discussion that you're convening in your efforts to gather the information and receive the input of everyone who is able and willing to participate is what informs you. That's what you're good at. And this is where you are going at this time. Your greatest gift is to relax into your gift. I'm going to finish up this reading with Flora and Fauna of Africa, my homage to the motherland and to Mother Earth. And I pulled the quagga zebra. And the key word is harmony. Accept yourself unconditionally. Embrace your differences and others. Everything isn't always black and white. And the beautiful tiger lily is featured as part of the flora that goes along with this fauna. If you're enjoying this content, there should be a link to another video on one side or the other of my head for your enjoyment. Until next time, Namaste.